So when you started with us, you were doing around like 8 to 10k a month, and then now £26,000. When you first started, solo practitioner, no team members. Now you've got 2 massage therapists, coming on to be 3 soon. You've got your first associate. You're moving really fast, which is great. What were the key changes like?
It's a number of things really. The way I structured day 1 and day 2, and there's still people that don't take on care. When that happened, I'm surprised. Before it was almost the norm, and now I say to myself, oh, there's something wrong here if someone doesn't sign up for care.
Hello. We are back. Another client interview with Edoardo. Firstly, Edoardo, welcome. I'm going to do a massive introduction for you in a second, but just I know you've got the energy, so let's get it rocking and rolling. How are you, sir?
Yeah, all good. Good to see you.
Yes, it's very nice to see you. We haven't spoken in a while actually, but I'm looking forward to a catch up. Now, to introduce Edoardo, obviously I know probably a few people watching this have probably seen him in different coaching programs, and also he's actually done a testimonial for us, which is really cool. And so Edoardo's got a really impressive story and impressive clinic right now. So it's in Dorchester. It's called Alive Chiropractic. Now, we've been working together for a year and 3 months now. I remember it because I was away when you signed on board with us. You came from a referral, and it's been a really great amount of growth, to be honest. So when you started with us, you were doing around like 8 to 10k a month. And then now in May 2026, we're recording this on the 10th of June, £26,000. Almost there, which is really impressive stuff. And so it's a good amount of growth, but also in that time when you first started, solo practitioner, no team members. Now you've got 2 massage therapists, coming on to be 3 soon. You've got your first associate, looking at getting a CA. You've got 2 rooms now when you used to only have 1. And yeah, it's really, you're moving really fast, which is great. And obviously the numbers and the revenue is showing that, and also the value you're providing in your area. So firstly, Edoardo, congrats. I'm so happy to kind of be with you on this journey. It's been really cool. And I'm looking forward to having you on the, I guess I'm going to call it a podcast. Not really sure if this is a podcast yet, but we'll go with podcast. Sounds cool.
Okay.
I guess, is there anything else you kind of want to do in terms of an introduction, and we can dive into the stuff?
No, I think you pretty much said everything. Yeah. You summarized everything, the most important points.
Amazing stuff. Very cool. Well, I guess to dive in, because I think there's 2 really good things to unpack. One thing is, because the biggest change I've seen in you is 1, conversion, and then 2, team, which realistically in business, like, it's just about acquiring clients or patients in this case, and then having good team to help you fulfill the volume of people that you have coming your way. So I'd like to go into the conversion piece first, then go into team later. Because there's definitely been a big shift, I think, in your conversion rates over the last year and a bit since we worked together, and that's been a huge driver, because we've just kind of been consistently sending you a similar amount of new patients. I know in terms of marketing, you're using us, and then it's just a lot of referrals, right? There's not really much else. So it's like you're kind of, the inputs are quite similar actually in terms of new patients, right? Like, so it's more just your conversions are getting better, which is why you're growing.
Yeah, the conversion is getting better thanks to a number of things I've put in place. The coaching with Stefan, that I'm a member of. I'm still a member of Practice Peak, so that's been really helpful, and it still is. In terms of conversion rates and so on, that has been the main thing. Which is what I'm trying to convey to my associate as well, because he comes from another clinic where they used to work in a different way, and so that's one thing. But also, then in terms of new patients, my clinic is based in a very strange area. So I'm in Poundbury, which is a village inside the town of Dorchester, and I would like to show you outside, but there is nothing. It's like it looks like a ghost town, and it looks like a cinema set. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I've seen pictures. I haven't been there, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah. And so I don't rely on footfall, I don't rely on my sign, I rely on you guys, on referrals, and Google Ads. I've done some Google Ads campaigns, some spinal screening events. I've run both externally and internally, and so to me, having you guys is it's almost essential. It's a must. Yeah.
And I guess in terms of your conversions, because I think you were with Stefan before you were with us, was that right, or did you join Stefan?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I've been with Stefan for nearly 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Stefan probably won't be anyone most people would already know who he is, but I'll kind of intro him because he's been a big part of your journey. So Stefan, who owns Practice Peak, also has his own clinic, Life Chiropractic. So that's the coach that Edoardo's been working with over the last 2 years now. Mm-hmm. So what were the key changes? Like, were you on a day one process to start and you moved to a day two process? Like, what were the key changes that's helped? And then obviously
the key changes are it's a number of things really. The way I structured day one and day two. The fact that I switched to Zoni a year ago, so in the same kind of time. And Zoni gives me automations in systems that weren't possible before with Practice Hub. So it's been a number of things that contributed to better conversion and better retention. But mostly, the way I do day one and day two, and I always try to study the basics over and over and over. But the conversion rate went to 60% up to 74, 75. Which is good.
Amazing. And when you say like practicing the basics, is that like what are you doing to practice the basics? Is it like you're reading stuff, you're going through some coaching program? Is it that you're going through role plays with people?
I listen to the coaching calls every time I come to work. Okay. So in the morning I live in Poole, so I drive about an hour to come to work.
I didn't actually know that. To drive.
Yeah, so in my car I listen to podcasts or I listen to the coaching calls, and lots of role play, lots of I think I mastered more or less the pillars of what do I have to say. Now it's a matter of refining how I say that, the confidence, conviction in which you say things, and
I really feel like that is the 80-20 though. It's not about like what you say is important, but really like how you're saying it, the tonality, the cadence that comes with it is the most important part.
100%. There are so many little things that together make a massive difference.
Did you have like, because you did like role plays is such an interesting thing, because internally, like with our team, we do it all the time with our client success team, our sales team, our calling team. We're always doing it. So were you doing it with Stefan, or did you have like another chiropractor you like partnered up with and you were like jumping on calls?
I was doing it with Stefan. doing it with Stefan, and they still do it. I think on a Wednesday at lunchtime, they do just role play for an hour. So that was really, really helpful. And role play is all about how do you do day one and how you do day two, and this is regardless if you have x-rays or no in your practice. I don't have x-rays. We use a postural assessment software, but the milestones you have to follow is the same. The pillars of what you do are basically the same. And all of these, obviously, with the experience that is growing, because I'm growing experience as a practitioner, as a clinician. So all of these make a difference in the end.
I can assume that would give like you more confidence, because you've seen that what you can do is impacting more lives in a positive way. So when you're saying you just have more just reps of just having success with people, so it gives you more confidence. That's only natural. It's like if you've scored 100 goals, okay, that's good. But if you scored 1,000 goals, okay, well then you're much better at scoring goals at that point.
Like you say, the results that you see in clients, the more people you help, and the more you grow authority in a way. You know what I mean? Because you have better results. You change people's lives, and and so what you say gains more authority, more power in a way, and there's still people that don't take on care, and it's always part of the game, but when that happens, I'm surprised now. Before it was almost the norm and always being on the edge, and now I say to myself, there's something wrong here, because something must have gone wrong, like if someone doesn't sign up for care. Yeah.
And are you always like trying to, because one of our core values is like extreme ownership in our company, like when people come on board, so are you always trying to figure out how that's like on you rather than like something else external's fault?
Yeah. But most of the time, you can never tell. Sometimes I take it on me most of the times,
Yeah.
But sometimes you can never tell, because there must be something that, I don't know, external, factors that can play a role in. And it's all about value, and this is what I try to say to my associate as well. It's all about value. It's all about perceived value and value of what you do, and
I've got so many different ways I'd love to take this conversation. I think we should stick on the value. We'll go to that in a second. For anyone that's just like listening to this bit, though, I think the role plays is like so important that if you're like, oh, well, I'm not in a coaching program, so I can't do role plays, like you can literally just like jump on a call with your friend who's a chiropractor and you could just like do role plays. The only issue with that is you don't have like the referee who can like say, oh, you should have done it this way instead. Well, not really, more the coach. You don't have the coach, not the referee. You don't have the coach who can go, oh, you should have said this instead of that, but it's still going to help because it's all reps and you just get more familiar with saying the same thing. So if you kind of have, I don't know, from something online, or you've created like a script or a framework of what you should say in your initial consults and your day 2, then you can just rep it with the person on the call. So you don't need to pay for a coach, but obviously coaching is just going to like collapse time and like you're just going to get there way quicker. But yeah, I just wanted to add that note because I think the role plays is something that people don't do enough. I've spoken to so many clients. They have so much resistance to it. They hate it, but it's like, it's the thing that's going to help you. Yeah, it is. I can actually... this is actually how I started with sales. So I bought a coaching program, which is how I met Stefan actually. This was 2 years ago. And I would join these, like, it was exactly like what you're doing with Stefan, but in this coaching program where I go on, we do like sales and we do like a pretend to objection handle. And it was a great experience and it helped me so much with my communication skills. So I think it's great. And now it's quite funny. We've just brought on in the last month our own like sales rep. So the person that's now taking on my role. And she's now joining the same guy's calls because I pay him for coaching, and so she's learning from him directly, like doing what I was doing 2 years ago, which is quite it's quite a nice little full circle moment actually. I won't go down with that rabbit hole. What we'll do is I want to loop to the value because I think I know this is how my brain works. Like, So with the value side, I think it's so important to think about value in the right way. And like, okay, what builds value for someone? So for you, like when you're in your initial consults, how are you building the value of what you're offering? I know this is a really broad question, but maybe if there's a couple of little tips and tricks in there.
It's actually a very, very good one. I have a thought in my head, and this is regardless of if it's an adjustment or if it's a consultation, and I have this rule written in the kitchen here at the clinic so that everyone can see that. And I have like 5 rules, and this is the first one, which you need to focus on giving to the person you have in front of you more value than what they pay for. So if that person pays £47 to be here 10 minutes for an adjustment, I need to be 100% focused on giving that client more value than what they pay for. Whatever that can mean, whatever that might mean. And if you focus on that, it goes like this.
Do you feel like the rest just follows after that then, as long as you've got that as your like North Star? Like as long as you've got that as your North Star, then you know that like everything else just kind of falls into place a little bit?
Yeah, obviously you need to do it in a certain way, and you need to have certain I give you an example. We have this other rule that for every visit, for example, each adjustment visit is structured in a certain way. Okay, it has in those 10 minutes there are three tempos, three phases, okay? And one is the phase in which you greet the customer and you check what's happening. Then you do what you have to do, and then you tell the customer what you've done and why you've done what you've done and what's gonna come next. Okay, so for example, this is structuring the visit in this way. It will convey value, 100%.
I can see that. It's almost like people need a reason why something's going on, just so that it feels a little more tangible at that point. Whereas if you're just like, they come in, adjustment, boom, done.
Yes,
like
yes,
what actually happens there?
It's so easy to get lost, especially with clients that they come from maintenance. They've been here for 2-3 years or whatever. It's so easy to get lost in, how's the dog and how's the husband and da da da. And you actually forget, and they forget the reason why they're here. So it's always good to bring it back to then there is space for the chat, obviously, but having these three phases, and this is regardless if it is a massage or if it is an adjustment, but checking what's happening, greeting the customer, doing what you have to do, and then explaining. And this has to be the same thing in adjustment number 1 on a Monday to adjustment number 90 on a Friday at 1 p.m. It has to be the same.
That's really, and then I guess these pillars, because that was pillar number 2, was it?
Yeah. I
think I'm going to ask you to go through the other 3. These sound like a bit of
they're
sauce.
written in the kitchen, but these are the simple rules. And I took so much from a book, which is a really, really nice book. It's a silly story because it's just a story divided into 5 chapters, and each of these 5 chapters is a rule. And the first rule is the one that I've just told you. And the book is called The Go-Giver, and it's a really, really good book. It's a really good book.
Those 5.
I can't tell you the other 4 or the other 3 with precision because I have them in there, but they all gravitate around this concept basically.
And it's called what was it? The Go-Giver.
Yes.
The Go-Giver.
It's such a good book. It's a book. It's like 90 pages.
Oh, nice! I like those sort of ones.
It's such a good book.
Really cool, amazing.
Yeah.
I realised that time's gone really fast here because you've got to go in a minute. So
yeah, I have clients in about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good opportunity to wrap things up because I think on conversion side, there's some really great nuggets for people there. I think it's action steps. If anyone wants to have action steps from here. Obviously, coach is a big one, but not everyone can get a coach straight away because there's an investment to it. But coach is definitely a big one. Role plays is another big one. Value and building that value is a big one. I don't know what your perspective on this is in terms of on the value piece, about focusing on the problem rather than like the solution part of being the value. So like you getting them from, because that's the way I see it, is like point A is like they have a current problem, they want to get to point B, which is where they don't have this problem, and it means they can play with their kids or they can go back to the gym. But then I do speak with some practitioners and they think that the value comes from the way they do the adjustment or the type of technique they're doing. What's your perspective on it? Maybe you sit in the middle.
I don't think so. Maybe it's in the middle, but I think that what you do in the room, yes, it's important, but it's not everything. It's not everything. I do very simple things on the bench, very simple stuff. I adjust, and as a chiropractor, I'm not amazing. I adjust. I do what I have to do, but it's the way in which you do things. It's the way in which you conduct yourself. It's the way in which you relate to people that makes a massive difference.
And I almost feel like if you're an okay chiropractor but that's able to keep people, then that means that's going to long-term help their health. Whereas if you're the best chiropractor in the world but you can only get someone to come and see you once or twice, then like 5 years later, it doesn't matter how well. And I, on a clinical basis, I'm not the best at this. It's just that from my perspective, that would make sense. Is like if they have 1 or 2 adjustments, is that going to last them a lifetime? I don't know.
No, 100%. There are plenty of amazing chiropractors that they're not good the patient management side of things. So technique is no everything. But I want to come back for one moment to the coaching thing that you said. I can't stress enough how important that is, actually, because without that I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here first because the fun was the point of connection between me and you.
It was actually.
But I wouldn't be here where I am now because and you need to get the coaching from someone that you have to take as an example, someone that has a successful practice. I mean, you can be cocky at the beginning and you can say, I don't need any coaching, I don't need any of this stuff because I know what I'm doing. But you need to gain experience and you need to learn from the best. There is no other way to say it.
I was saying this at the start before we actually started recording. It's so interesting, like the clients that are coming on here, a few of them have been with Stefan before. Like our most successful clients are with Stefan. His coaching is amazing. I was at his event in Portugal 2-3 weeks ago, which was really, really impressive and great fun as well. So yeah, I think the dynamic he's building with, like, in terms of his community, the people in it, is really, really great. I can't thank him enough, to be honest, because he's sent us a lot of clients. Luckily, I'm going to see him this weekend, so I'll be able to buy him a beer. So that'll be nice. We've got the McTimoney event we're going to. But yeah, he is great, and I can see that he's had a massive impact on you and other clients as well.
Yeah, him, Roy, which is his business partner, the owner of a Life Chiropractic, they're all amazing people, and the thing with really successful people is that they want you to succeed. You know what I mean? They enjoy seeing you succeed, which is it's good.
It's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you want from the people around you. And I think it's good to probably touch on Zoni a little bit as well, because again, like, it's my personal favourite software to work with in terms of calendar management.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's I think it's just like, systems are so important in a business, and it's literally like you just use this software instead and it gives you the systems you need. You don't have to build much custom stuff in our business, like, we have to build all this custom tracking using automations and go high level and make.com and Google Sheets. But it's only just like boom, like, you got all your stats there. You can tell all the how much an LTV is for a patient from Facebook, for Google, for referral. It's just amazing. It's really cool.
Because it's built by a chiropractor. This is why, by a successful chiropractor. So all the systems are translated into the CRM, which is amazing. Yeah.
I think that's when the best products come around, though. Is like they had a problem. The best products come about from, like, someone having a problem that they genuinely were struggling with, and they just built it for themselves, and then they just roll it out to other people. It just makes so much sense to me. I love it. Yeah, it's really cool. Now, the final bit, because I know you got to go, Edoardo. I'll make it very quick because you already have done a testimonial for us, but this is the part where you sell our service to other people for us.
Okay.
Now, I can just open the floor to you of how your experience has been so far.
So without Align Flow, I wouldn't be where I am. No, jokes apart. These guys are great. They provide an amazing service. We get between 20 and 30 new patients a month. Some months are even better, and they're usually good quality leads. And it's amazing. It's constant. To be honest, I'm amazed by how constant it has been over the course of 14 months. It's been always good, which is amazing.
Thank you so much for that. That's really all I need, because it's just so nice to hear. Because I think as well is, like, people can be quite skeptical about, like, how long can you actually run social media advertising and it be consistent. So I'm glad you've
no, please do your best to keep going like this, because otherwise I don't know what to do without you.
You're funny. But don't worry, we've got really cool things coming. I know I've been talking to you in the background about some stuff we've got coming soon, and we are developing the process a lot. We actually, on a little side note, I guess I don't know, we might cut this bit out or not, but we actually just invested in a £30,000 coaching program to help us with like the service and operations and systems. So yeah, we're really going hard in terms of the.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say or not, but if I can't say, you cut it. But this Google Ads stuff sounds really interesting. So
we'll keep it in. We'll keep it in for everyone to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and we're bringing in someone. Keep it on there. Okay. Keep it like that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Edoardo. I appreciate you so much, my man. And
no problem.
Yeah, we'll speak soon. If anyone is interested in, I guess they could reach out to Edoardo if they have any questions for you on socials or something.
Sure,
I think on Instagram.
Always happy.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you, mate. Bye bye.
See ya. Bye bye.